All right. Now we begin. This is episode 15. So, it's going to be a quick one. We're going to go ring it-ish. It's going to be a call-in episode. I'm going to have everybody ring in. I think the sound's recording pretty good. Hit something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk.
Huh?
Sounds.
What?
Test. Alright, let's see what that does. On. And it looks like it's set up and going. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. I'm your host, Mike. Tonight we're going to be joined by various guests and other hosts. But right now we're starting off with...
Madeline and Mike.
Yay!
It's just the two of us.
So right now we're just sitting in an empty room recording. We're going to be set up like Leah looks like she's going to be called. She's getting the call. And the other two might get calls. But we're going to bring them and see what they say. It's going to be a kind of winging episode, and we're going to try to wrap it up in like an hour and 10 or so or less. But
we tried to get our son to join in, but he got cold feet.
That happens. Especially teenage kids.
Teenage kids. What can you do?
Alright. So what you been into that you haven't really told me about that's interesting or not interesting or whatever, Maddy? Hate editing.
That sucks.
I've not been doing anything out of the ordinary. Just domestic goddess stuff.
Cool.
We had something die in our vent, listeners. So now my whole house smells like a dead rodent. And I have no way of getting it out. So other than trying to mask the smell of dead rodent, I've just been, domestic goddessing it.
Spooky season has begun. The smell of death is everywhere.
Spooky season has begun, and I guess that
There we go.
that was
Cheers.
the alarm for spooky season.
Man. That means I'll have to go in the crawl space and make sure it's not just laying there, possible possum just rotting down there.
Oh, yeah, it could just be in the crawl space.
Could just be in the crawl space, which is about 3 foot high, 3.5 foot high. Dirt floors. It's pretty horrifying. I hate going down there.
But it is spooky season, so know.
I'll do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Alright, this episode we're running into 20 questions I randomly wrote before dinner today. And gonna grill everybody I know that I can that will answer them.
And he just sprung this on us just now.
Yeah, she only had about 15 minutes to get this set up, and that's all she knows.
I have no idea what he's gonna ask. So.
Yeah, so all right, the next segment I like to call 20 questions, no context, just answers. And here we go. Question number 1 for you, Maddy. Freddy or Jason, who wins?
Well, I mean, that's hard, and I'm sure that they might have resolved that in the movie Freddy vs. Jason. Did they? Because I didn't watch it. Tick, 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 tock. They're both supernatural.
You're adding context where it's just an answer.
Freddy or Jason, who wins? The viewing public.
Fair. It's a terrible answer, but it's an acceptable answer. The judges... Ding, ding, ding. All right, it's accepted. All right, me personally, I think Freddy would take it. I think Freddy's got it. The end. Freddy's got that battle. Because even Jason, I imagine, has to sleep or get summoned back to somewhere hellish. That's my goal. All right, next question. Question number 2. Some people say, Scooby-Doo team or Supernatural Winchester Bros, who really saves the world? And it can't be because they were the cause of it.
Well, then it's going to be Scooby-Doo.
Here we go. Yeah, in that case, I was thinking the Scooby-Doo team has definitely got the Save the World's card solidly. Because they always... Boys.
Ruh-roh.
Number 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. Was Leatherface going trans? Yes or no?
That's complicated. Depends on how you define trans. Maybe he was just cross-dressing. I don't know.
No, that's fair. That's a good angle. I'll give you that. That's a good answer. I was thinking he's testing out the other side, so I think he was going to be transvestiting it. So,
like I said, that depends, and it also depends on if you mean transvestite or transgender.
Oh, I should have probably, definitely for future reference, we're going to go transvestite.
Should have maybe made that more clear.
Yeah, transvestite.
It's a testy subject.
It's a testicle subject. We'll give it that. But either way, great Patro. And let's go on to number 4. Jaws or the Mayor? The real villain.
Definitely the Mayor.
I still say the Mayor, yeah. Although there's other arguments, we're not covering those. Deliverance. Horror movie. Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
I agree. Number 6. Slap fight. Oh, damn. Dr. Evil versus Dr. Frankenfurter. Who wins? Slap fight. Nothing else. Tricky, I know. Within that context.
I'm going to go with, do I get to explain my answer?
I think that adds context. But I don't know, you got like 10 seconds of context. I'll give you that. Go and then explain your answers.
I'll be doing Dr. Frankenfurter because he's gonna like getting slapped.
Why does he win?
You win if you get pleasure out of it.
I don't think you win that slap fight, but okay.
I think he'd win because he likes it. He wins either way. If he wins, he wins. If he loses, he wins.
Yeah, it seems
that's Frankenfurter.
That is. I think Dr. Evil slaps him unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
So there you are.
Maybe so, but still. I mean, I guess that depends on your idea of success.
Yep. There we are. That's number 6. Number 7, kind of weird. We're going Jason Momoa, the latest Aquaman.
Jason Momoa?
Mona. Yeah.
Momoa?
That guy. The cool guy. That rad dude. Mr. Aquaman.
Okay.
What horror movie does he go into?
Right now, he's about to remake Dune.
That's not a horror movie. That's a sci-fi movie.
It's a sci-fi movie, but it's terrifying.
I don't know. It depends.
Are you terrified of the Baron? Oh my god.
Nah, not really.
Ew.
He's just a creepy old man, pedophile weirdo. I don't know.
Boils?
It never really struck me as a horror movie. Definitely sci-fi, but not to the level of being scary.
Well, if you don't want to count Dune, it's going to be like some shitty Anaconda type movie.
Ooh, I'd be down with that.
I'm kind of down about the Dune thing, though.
That sounds awesome too. Not a horror movie, but damn, I could definitely see him doing some big old fucking worm riding.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The spiciness, bro.
All right, number 8, the Cramps or the Misfits.
Just in general?
In general, you gotta think about it. Their discographies, performances, personalities, all of it. One or the other.
The Cramps.
Yep, I definitely went with. I went with the Cramps. And back to number 8.
That was a hard choice for you, though.
That was a hard
That
choice.
wasn't that hard a choice for me.
Yeah, that one really. Yeah. And I'm thinking Jason Mimosa. He goes into some like big bruisey slashery kind of film where he's the good guy. I'd say he goes into some sort of slashery film where he's the good guy, and probably maybe lives or dies. But
the good guy always dies like pretty early.
True, but yeah. So there he is. I'm thinking he's going to a slasher and gets killed, but he's gonna beefcake it out. Maybe he's a lifeguard. Something like that. Maybe a new Jaws and he gets killed by a shark. Ironically.
An anaconda type lifeguard.
Yeah. Like a Jaws type lifeguard because he's Aquaman. Alright, number 9. Best horror movie soundtrack song.
Ooh. That's a really unfair question to spring on somebody who hasn't had time to think about it.
Yeah, that's why it just pops in your head. Or it doesn't.
No. Well, because I just heard a horror movie soundtrack song like a few minutes ago when I was cooking supper. And now that's in my mind, but I don't think that's the best one.
In this context of the last 24 hours, the best one.
Best one I've heard in the last 24 hours?
No, just the best one. I'm going to make it hard.
Yeah, that's... Dang. That's a really unfair question. I'm gonna come back to that. Is that the last question?
No, this is 20 questions.
Okay.
We're at number 9.
Okay.
And you've already been
Best
wrecked.
song. You know how I am about music and how many
you're gonna have to do it.
Let's come back to it.
Nope, can't come back to it. We have to cover this one. This is
Come
important.
back to it. The best song from a horror movie ever.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Off the top of your head is The Wing. You can always correct and come back. It's like, that was off the top of my head. She's got nothing.
You're making me mad right now.
There's no horror movies. She doesn't listen to soundtracks, people. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, none. She doesn't have, the Lost Boys soundtrack on vinyl somewhere.
I know, because...
in this house.
Yeah, because, Lost Boys is where I was going.
I also used to drive around listening to the soundtrack from Cemetery Man, which is just completely instrumental, but I would drive around blaring it just because I love that. Just, spooky violin, cello. Shit. It's probably a viola, I don't remember. Anyway, string instruments. No. And also, I'm going to say Fright Night had an excellent soundtrack. The original.
Yep. None of this is answering the question, so she doesn't have an answer.
My favorite horror movie song.
Soundtrack song. When you think of a movie, you think of that one song.
When you think of... Well, it depends on what horror movie I'm thinking of.
Yep. But it has to be the best.
It has... That's just so unfair to spring that on somebody who hasn't had time to really sift through the lexicon.
Yep, it's a...
lexicon.
It's the Mountain King in The Shining for me.
That's good.
Yep.
I will say that the one I was listening to earlier, because it ties back into what we were just saying, it was on my YouTube playlist of and that song "The Surfin' Dead" by Cramps came on.
Ding, 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 ding. What was it?
Surfin' Dead?
Not bad.
Cramps. It was the soundtrack to Return of the Living Dead.
Pretty awesome.
That's what I heard today, so...
Boom. There's a good answer. Number 10.
It's not my favorite.
Fail.
Not even my favorite Cramps song.
That's her favorite song.
My favorite song of all time.
All time.
100%.
All right, number 10. Katana, Samoan War Club. Chainsaw with pretty much infinite damn gas with a solar or a shake weight powering system. So you don't have to worry.
Did you say shake weight?
Oh yeah, shake weight type powering system. You don't have to worry about any type of thing. It just runs. It runs and runs and runs. So those are your 3 choices in a gunless apocalypse scenario.
Say it again. Katana, Samoan War Club.
Infinite Chainsaw.
Infinite Chainsaw. And what kind of an apocalyptic scenario?
Gunless apocalypse. Go.
Gunless apocalypse. I'm going to go with a chainsaw because I can also saw down trees and make firewood.
Pretty solid choice. I went with katana because I just love katana. They're so cool.
Yeah, the other ones are way cooler, but chainsaws are practical.
Yep. Number 11. You're a vampire. Box wine, grape juice, Mad Dog 2020, the red flavor, or grape soda. Go.
Obviously, box wine.
Obviously, box wine. Number 12. Evil Dead, Night of the Living Dead, or Dawn of the Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
I'm going with Evil Dead.
I knew you would.
Those are all good. I would have went like Rami, Romero, and what's the other guy? Gaston.
Huh?
The three directors at those three series. That's why I was trying to go with there.
Sam Raimi, George Romero, and what was the third movie?
The Dawn of the Dead series.
That was also George Romero.
Was it? All right. Who was the other guy that did Return of the Living Dead? Then I guess.
I think it was him.
I guess I should mark down Return of the Living Dead. Damn it! Thank you, listeners. Return of the Living Dead series.
Didn't I just
You did.
explain the difference between?
No, you probably didn't.
Yeah, I did. I explained it to Gene the other week.
Ah, yay! That's the three directors I was going for. Their kind of world versions.
Hold on.
But yeah, we've got our answer on that one. Number 13 is a good one. A spicy one. One that's close to my heartstrings.
Dan O'Bannon.
Dan O'Bannon.
Jeez, man. My brain went flat.
Yeah,
It happens sometimes, y'all. You
Yep.
get a little age on you.
You guys got things to look forward to or look back on not remembering. Number 13. My personal favorite of the things I just made up in the last 2 hours. Argento or Fulci. They get to kill you, no budget. Who do you want doing it?
Who do I want killing me with no budget?
Yeah.
No budget.
No budget. They're recording it. They're going to kill you. To their movie stylings.
Argento or Fulci? See, I have to look at this from the self-preservation angle.
Yep. Yeah, there's lots of options there.
Which
Because
way
it's
do I-
like...
do I want to die wrapped in concertina? With my eye being gouged out? Either way, my eye's getting gouged. Thanks. Don't even ask Leah this question.
This question is definitely hitting Leah. Because she's just going to go from a zombie angle, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And we're not going to mention the eyeball
thing.
thing. Ugh.
Because we gave her the warning about eyeballs in Italian directors.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, ooh, they're good choices. Those are some Italian beasts. And unlimited means they can build zombie armies and freaking foliage them or all sorts of things. Or build this big, huge gallo thing and then just kill you at the end of it. Who knows?
I'm going to go with Argento, even though I'm pretty sure Fulci would be more merciful. I just don't want to get eaten by zombies.
Bunch of old men just ripping my clothes off, eating me alive. Man, I kind of want to go Fulci, but I'd rather just have some...
I'd rather, if it was filmed, it'd be like this real sexy or... like, wow.
Yeah, I would.
It's going to be extremely painful, and I have a big fear of death anyway, so thanks a lot for that, Mike.
It's a good one. I'm going Argento also, because Argento is... That's the way I want to
like
be
in
murdered by something.
Color,
oh, yeah, it's going to be so good.
It's going to have cool camera angles. It's not going to be underwater.
He may just run me over with the car and then I'd be sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of
You might.
a step. I don't know. Argento's magic, though. Who knows? Be like, the reason that guy got killed was this. And then you're like, oh, my death wasn't meaningless. Son of a bitch.
Right, yeah, there's always the possibility with Argento that it's like just totally like in some witchcraft ritual, which I'm pretty sure I could hold up to.
All right, good stuff. Number 14. Who is the best modern horror icon post the 80s? Go.
Actor or director?
Go.
Oh, you suck ass.
That's not even in my lexicon of that simple question.
Post the 80s, who is the most important horror icon?
Yep, best modern horror icon post 80s. That one really simple, but like that is way better. So,
you said most important, right?
no, just the best. Not the most important, just the best. Like when we think of him or her or it or something, it's like, wow, that has defined the last 25, 30 years.
Yeah,
Because like the 80s and below, you know what defined those. But past that, like the 90s, from the 90s on, it's kind of hard to define. You gotta think, what pops out since the 90s?
well, I mean, so we're talking about things that were made into...
Everything. Just go. It's not like a context.
Ghostface.
Good choice. That was in my pops. Yeah, because like...
No context.
No context? I was totally thinking the damn... Like... Just Robert Englund. Just being Robert Englund. Not
post-80s.
Post-80s, but he's also not Freddy. Because Freddy's the 80s. Mm-hmm. Robert Englund was never anything outside that past before the 90s. Then that he became like a crazy damn one-eyed 10,000 fucking maniacs kind of dude and all sorts of good things. And he's just done all sorts of cool horror things and stuff, and he's just represented the horror system so well. Since
it's true, but he also really represents the 80s. I mean, you could have gone with Tom Savini, you could have gone with anybody.
True, but he definitely is the icon I'm going with.
Okay.
But yeah, Ghostface was probably actually my first choice too. Because Ghostface is like, as a character, Ghostface is probably it.
It was
it's
just
like
putting
the
one
pure
of those iconic characters that really
pops.
Yeah, the kids dress up like for Halloween. It's like,
oh, yeah.
I had to pick Ghostface or...
Yeah, that's a great choice. I don't hate that choice.
What's his name?
Saw puppet dude. Yeah. Yeah, great choice.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw could shoot. Yeah, that's it. All right.
And because I don't like the Saw movies.
Yeah, that's the first two. Was the guy, and I get the idea. Yeah.
I went with screen because those were the ones that you're putting me on the spot here.
This is what's about.
Like
Number 15, Bloody Mary, Zombie, Shark Bite, or Moscow Mule. Go.
Moscow Mule.
Good choice. I'm gonna go with the Zombie. Although I've been really, I've been digging the Bloody Mary lately, but yeah, the Zombie is like so much. All right, number 16. That's kind of like, yep. Number 16, Nosferatu or Bram Stoker's 90s Dracula. Go.
Which Nosferatu?
The original black and white one. Because I'm going Bram Stoker's.
Well, there's two original black and white ones.
I'm not thinking I'm thinking the one that my shirt's based on. When you type in Nosferatu, you get the first one.
The Mermaid one.
Yeah.
Not the Herzog one. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go with Nosferatu anyway. Either way, I was going to go with Nosferatu, but you need to be specific that you mean the Mermaid. Yeah,
the Mermaid was the older one. Herzog is later. I'm not counting the Herzog one. I think it had a different title, actually, too.
Nosferatu the band.
Yeah. No. It's just Nosferatu. Number 17. You believe in demons. Do you believe demons have a bunch of rules to follow, or is Assault Ring total BS? In light of our most recent Satanic Panic description of the situations.
Yeah, well, we haven't talked about that on the podcast yet.
But...
do I believe demons have rules?
A bunch of weird rules that we don't know about that they actually follow.
Yeah, I can go either way.
Not a good answer at all. But I do. I think they're just kind of like us, but they definitely have their own little sad weirdness. The Hell's Angels have a bunch of fucking crazy rules.
Right. I just don't...
I can respect that. It's like, all right, everybody's got rules.
Yeah, I think there are rules to nature and the universe. So, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I doubt them.
I don't know about the salt with demons. I've actually never heard of that outside of that movie with demons.
True. But then
definitely
again...
with spirits.
On the supernatural, the entire thing is all the people are attacking them are demons generally, and they salt everything and draw a circle of protection.
That's usually for ghosts.
Ghost protection. Either way.
But, I mean, a circle is a circle. Salt is salt.
Yeah.
Different materials affect different supernatural things differently.
Fair. Number 17. No, we already did them. Number 18. The dumb question. And there's no thinking about it, but you're going to have to just pop into your head and then give me an answer. If you can't think of an answer, you don't get an answer. But it's a dumb question.
Okay.
Evil voodoo or traditional European black magic, which is cooler? Ding, 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 ding. All right, that's the answer. I always think voodoo is because it's got a little more dancing generally. And that's what I'm going. And that's it. Yay! That's an 18. Number 19. Friday the 13th or Saturday the 14th? Which is more horrible? I personally answer was Saturday the 14th.
Yeah, that was meant to be horrible.
I'm thinking more, there's a lot more terrible things could happen on Saturday night.
Oh, I thought you meant the films.
Nope, I'm just going across the board. Because I do mean that, and I also mean that.
I don't know, that's kind of a personal question.
No answer. Fail. Number 20. This one should be simple or complicated. Halloween or Christmas? Go. Halloween. All right, that's our wrap up for that little 20 questions of goodness. What you plan to watch this week, Maddy?
Whatever that thing was Leah told us to watch and I didn't write it down.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to talk about this film. After we got talking about Widow Care last week?
Yeah, last week.
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
I was looking up
this amazing
his
film.
filmography and found out that a film came out in 2017 that just somehow slipped beneath my radar, and I want to find a copy of that. It's a Werner Herzog thing called My Son, What Have You Done?, which is a really crappy title, but hear me out. Besides the Udo here, starring Willem Dafoe, Michael Shannon, Chloe Sevigny, this amazing cast, directed by Werner Herzog, produced by motherfucking David Lynch.
Epic.
And based on a true story. How did this slip beneath my radar? I don't know. That's what I would like to find a copy of this week. And tell y'all if it's going to be like the weirdest thing ever. Because you put those two guys together, the Lynch and Herzog, and I'm terrified of that. In spite of,
It sounds so scary.
Despite whatever, it could be a Disney movie, but if those guys were collaborating on it, it's just going to, thwart my melon.
There's going to be something underlying that you're not thinking about till, they say, you know what damn Brown-Eyed Girl's about? And then your mind's blown.
And then your mind's blown. You know how they are.
Yep.
Y'all know.
There we go. All right, that sounds awesome.
That freaked me out.
And that's called what again for our listeners?
It's called My Son, What Have You Done?
Ye?
Yes,
Ye. Ye. Ooh,
Y-E.
that sounds awesome. We'll have to look that one up. All right, I'm looking forward to watching either Nosferatu, the TV series, watching that, Christmas Land, my child. Or I'm definitely looking forward to my Kolchak, the Night Stalker and the Night Strangler. That should be in the mail in Greenville right now, or on its way here today, or it should have been here today, but it should be here tomorrow, definitely. If not, it's Saturday of this week. But that's the two movies I'm going to watch, because I did not know they actually were movies before the Carl Kolchak Night Stalker TV show.
What?
There were two movies.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that till I skimmed it and I read it, and it didn't click that these were actually movies first. I read that a year ago when I found out about the Kolchak thing and watched it, and I was like, it just didn't click that there were two movies called Night Stalker and the Night Strangler. And I've got them both on DVD. And they might come away, and you can't find them online, which is horrible. So I have two DVDs come my way. Single disc, special edition, whatever, for $16. Thanks, Thrift Books. From Oregon, wherever that is. But yeah, that stuff's come my way.
Somewhere between California and Washington.
Sounds grungy. But that's coming. It's in Greenville, I think, right now. It got there yesterday at 1 a.m. And those are coming. That's what I'm looking forward to. Otherwise, it's Christmas Land.
By the way, that's the official state slogan for Oregon. Somewhere between California and Washington.
Grungy. ... All right. Thanks for being with us, Maddy. We're going to get on the damn astrological craziness and summon up a entity known as Leah.
Little new moon vibe for y'all.
All right. We're going to pause this and refill our box wine glasses and get ready to let her get thrown under the bus.
Yeah, sorry about this, Leah. In advance.